Welcome back to Leeds Lately for, of course, the live watch-along of Leeds United versus Sheffield Wednesday. I feel like I'm a little bit far away here, or a bit zoomed in too much. That's too much. I think that's a little bit better. So, hello everybody, welcome to the stream. Welcome, of course, to our Leeds Lately members who are here already. Robert Wetzel, who also happens to be our top fan of the week with the $10 super chat in our last game against Arsenal, which we won't talk about too much because that was horrendous. But yes, Robert is our top fan of the week, so thank you very much, Robert. And of course, welcome to all of our non-members as well, our regular subscribers, Penny Lane, Goz, Karen, all the regulars are here. Ryan Tune, welcome everybody who is with me already. And yes, just 10 minutes now till kickoff. Good little stat here from Chaz. Our record is 142, drawn 24 and lost 34. We've won our last 3 games against this lot with our last loss in 2020. So good little bit of statistical knowledge there from Chaz. Thank you. Of course, the lineup is on the screen. We'll talk about that shortly. But as it stands, this should be an interesting evening because we get to watch Leeds with not too much pressure on us to particularly do anything. We can win a game, hopefully comfortably, and it's enjoyable. And our substitutes and players who haven't quite made an impact yet, new signings and stuff as well, can get a chance to play, and we can see what they're all about. The fact that they're up against Noah Okafor, quite crazy. Thanks so much for sharing it on Twitter as well, Robert, as you regularly do. I've reposted your repost, but yeah. So let's have a little look. Let's set a super chat timer for 2 hours, and we'll do. Oh bloody hell! Turn my keyboard off. Channel. Start goal. There we go. Oh, sorry, Pierre saying glad to see Bornau on. Me too. And Pierre, I'm also glad to see Biol on as well. I want to see a little bit more of him because I think he should probably have started that Arsenal game. Because I don't think the first goal, the header, I don't think that goes in if Jakob Biol's on the pitch. Tell you what we should do though. I think I'm a little bit far over to the left here, so let's grab me like this. It's always the opposite, so I need to move more into the centre like that. That's perfect. But for some reason it goes, when I have my thing over like this little bit in the corner goes darker. Wait, it's this side. It's always confusing which side it is. Oh well, it doesn't matter if I'm slightly cut off, does it? That should be all right, shouldn't it? Remember, guys, if you do want to get any Leeds United kits or anything, make sure you use my link in the description down below, and I will get a kickback because it is an affiliate link, but it's at no extra cost to yourselves. We'll go through the bench as well in a second. But now that we've got some people in here, we'll go through the lineup. In net for Leeds United is Carl Darlow, making a return to the starting lineup. And you have Byram, who is captain in the side for the first time ever in his Leeds United career. After, I think, 221 appearances, he's captain in the side. which is the second longest amount of appearances without ever being captain. Then you've got Jacobillo and Sebastian Bornau as the two centre-backs. Jack Harrison, we think, is going to play left-back. A midfield of Gruev, Longstaff and Aronson. And then for me, I think it's going to be Okafor out on the left, Metcher, I think, out on the right as a right winger, and Piru up top. I think it's going to be a 4-3-3. I've seen a lot of people saying it's a 4-2-3-1. For me, I actually think it's going to be a 4-3-3 because Metcher has played out on the wing before and certainly can do a job there. Yep. No, Byram's probably the shout, isn't it? And especially because he's worked with him before at Norwich and stuff as well. Daniel Farkery trusts Sam Byram, so I'd imagine that's why he's put him there. See, I don't know about Aronson. I don't know whether he'll play in the number 10 or whether he'll play. I think Aronson will be in the midfield as kind of regular. We'll see as soon as we kick off, to be honest. Mike Cat saying I'd rather 5-0 loss than the loss of players that Newcastle will have against us. Yeah, do you know what? The only thing is about that score, it's the goal difference that kind of messes you up, isn't it? Don't put all your faith in SofaScore, Pierre. I noticed that you tend to trust them quite a lot on things, but they might be right. But Sky Sports, anyone who tells you the exact lineup when you see and where people are playing, when you just see a list of names, is guessing. Excuse me. Is just completely guessing. No one truly knows. Is Sheffield Wednesday's goalkeeper, is he American? Yeah, United States. Because Aronson was just having a word with their goalkeeper, and I thought, how on earth does Aronson know the Sheffield Wednesday goalkeeper? So I was like, he's got to be American, and he is. Ethan Horvath on loan from Cardiff City. Players are heading out onto the pitch. Welcome, Ruggy. Welcome, Clive T. Welcome, White Swan. Welcome, everybody who is joining us. Yeah, Ethan Horvath is an American, and that is why Aronson knows him. I was very confused for a second there. Of course, there's a lot going on at Sheffield Wednesday at the moment, so there's been a big boycott for this game. Leeds fans have turned up in their numbers and fill out the away end, but the rest of the stadium is almost completely empty. But yes, as we go through the sides, Horvath in goal for those Owls, Sequeira at right wing back, Weaver, Otegbeyo, McGee and Johnson make up the rest of the back five. Then you've got Shipston, Thornton and Fuzier in the midfield making up a three. Jamal Lowe and Brown up front for them. On the bench stretch, Palmer, Bannon, Ugbo, McNeil, Evers, Granger and Emery. And the Leeds United lineup is as follows. Darlow in goal, Sam Byram at right back, Jacobillo and Sebastian Bornau as centre backs, Harrison. Then you've got Gruev, Longstaff, Aronson, Piru, Okafor and Metcher making up the rest of the lineup. And on the bench for Leeds United, I actually had a separate tab for this. Lucas Perry, Jayden Bogle, Gabriel Goodmanson, Joe Rodon, Anton Stach, Daniel James, Wilfred Nonto, Harry Gray on the bench, and of course Calvert-Lewin making his first appearance in a matchday squad as well. So keep an eye out for that one. You might see a little bit of Calvert-Lewin at some point. I think they're playing quite a young side as well. Yeah, DCL's on the bench. Hopefully Gray gets a bit of game time. We see a bit of DCL. Hi Sujal, welcome to the stream, mate. Joining from the US. Need some confidence going into the Newcastle game. Yeah, hopefully this is a bit of a confidence builder. We're wearing our third kit tonight, which of course is the first time that we've seen it. And of course, if you want to get your own version of the third kit, make sure you use my link in the description down below. And yeah, I'll get a small affiliate kickback as well if you do that. They are currently paraphrasing "Hi Ho Silver Lining" by Jeff Beck. Of course, they sing "Hi Ho Sheffield Wednesday" instead of "Hi Ho Silver Lining." But I'm a bit annoyed about that bottom corner of my green screen. It's kind of annoying me. Like, why just now? I wonder if I... Oh, hell yeah. That fixed it. I had to move the little light that kind of lights the green screen from below over to that bit. You can still kind of see the line, but it's nowhere near as bad. So, perfect. So, maybe a chance for a little bit of a Carabao Cup run this season. Let's get ready to press the timer. Just about to kick off. And we are underway here at Hillsborough. Long ball forward from Horvath. Headed on, and Darlow can go and pick that one up. Yeah, it's empty because they're boycotting the owners, Robert. Here's Bornau. Now Byram. Bornau again. Oh, Bornau tries to clear, but it hits a Sheffield Wednesday player, and that's going to be a Leeds United throw-in as it bounces back. Yeah, somebody let me know about Tanaka. Is that completely true? Is he done himself a proper injury? He's Bornau. Back to Carl Darlow. Now, I've only seen Perry against Everton and against Arsenal, but based on what we've seen so far, Perry is not very good with his feet at all, and even Carl Darlow seems better with his feet. But is that because we were getting completely hounded and absolutely crapping our pants against Arsenal? Or is that just a general kind of rule with him? Can't tell if I've burnt my tongue or I've got a pet hair on it. Byram is the captain, yeah, for today's game. Here's Jacobillo. Now Sean Longstaff. Out wide now to Harrison, actually, not Noah Okafor. Harrison goes back now to Jacobillo. Sebastian Bornau, as he pronounced his name for us in the pre-season pronunciations video. Here's Longstaff picking up a position over on the left-hand side. Again, plays back to Jacobillo. Now Sebastian Bornau. MCL. Bloody hell. Yeah, so Tanaka's going to be out for ages. That is not good news, is it? Which means, yes, you've got Stack, Gruev, and Longstaff. And after that, are you playing Aronson as a central midfielder? Yeah, like Pierre says, it'll come up on the screen below. It comes up actually underneath that. It's saying it. Please don't say if a goal goes in at either end before I've seen it, before I've reacted to it. James Justin doesn't make the bench for this one, by the way, as well. New Leeds United player from Leicester City. Gruev wins that header up towards Mecha. Little chipped ball down the line there towards Jamal Lowe, but it's going to be a Leeds United throw-in. Jack Harrison to take this one. Goes back to Jacobillo. Here's Longstaff. Now Harrison. Bounces away from Harrison. It's going to be Leeds United throw-in over on the left-hand side. Yeah, you can't. I don't think you can judge Perry on the Arsenal game. I think he could have done better with the Saka goal. He could have done better with the Saka goal. Other than that, not much chance he can do it. Yakabiyel. Now Gruev, who sits between the two centre-backs and gives the ball to Bornau. Gruev. Now Yakabiyel carrying it forward a little bit and giving it to Jack Harrison. Here's Biel. Now Bornau. Harrison again over on the left. Drops it back off to Biel on the halfway line. Of course, Leeds dominating possession in the early stages here. Here's Jack Harrison coming forward and giving the ball to Noah Okafor. Here is Okafor. Back to Longstaff. Now Jack Harrison. Chance perhaps for him to get the ball in the box, but no, he goes back again to Longstaff over on the left-hand side. Longstaff with a little switch of the ball out wide to Aronson. Lovely touch and plays it back to Byram. Now Aronson again with a great turn. Brendan Aronson tries to play it through one more. Byram across the box. Cleared away, though, by the Wednesday defender. Ooh, bad challenge there from Yakabiyel. And Bornau plays it all the way back to Darlow. Definitely a foul from Yakabiyel on the halfway line there against the Sheffield Wednesday forward. Here's Harrison. Now Noah Okafor. Haven't seen Noah Okafor go past anyone yet in a Leeds United shirt, and I'd like to see it considering he's got he's in the top 1% of successful take-ons in Europe. Here's Sebastian Bornau. Jack Harrison. Now Yakabiyel. It was definitely a foul, that, wasn't it, on the halfway line? 100% Biel just wiped him out. Jack Harrison. I'm surprised there wasn't more complaints from the Wednesday players. Noah Okafor. Longstaff. Popped back now to Yakabiyel. To be fair, I actually think this is quite a good test for Leeds United in terms of almost a bit like a training drill. In terms of having it, you've got to break down a tight defence. They've gone into a bit of a 4-4-2 low block, and it's important that we try to break this down, and we've got to come up with a solution for doing that, and that should help prepare us a little bit for the league as well with our creativity. Hopefully Noah Okafor adds to that, but so far he hasn't done much. But it was obviously... Ooh, Harrison with a cross into the box towards Aronson in the back post. Aronson takes the touch, tries to play it to the edge there, but it's a misplaced pass, and now Gruev has the ball. Piru. Again, back to Bornau. Pierre saying it was obviously a fair challenge. You'll need to see it back. He completely missed the ball and wiped out the player. Here's Yakabiyel. Gruev. Into Longstaff, and then Gruev gets it back again. Piru now. Dispossessed, not quick enough in that number 10 position. Charging forward here is Lowe. Ball out wide now, and Yakabiyel makes a good challenge. But it is going to be a Wednesday corner kick. Yeah, it seems like Aronson is out on the right wing. It seems like we are reverting to a 4-2-3-1. Yeah, they are, Sijal. I thought they'd gone down to League One, but I think they just survived last season. Corner out for Sheffield Wednesday, then Johnson to take. Leeds should have plenty of height. What I want to see is a Sebastian Bornau, Yakabiyel header away here. No, we've got an Ilya Gruev one, and now Aronson tries to bring it forward. But Leeds lose out. Here's Lowe. Ball pops out, and Sheffield Wednesday get the ball for once. Here they are on the halfway line. McGee. Down the line to Thornton. And Thornton gets a give and go and comes down the line a little bit more. Tries to play a square ball across, but cut out by Gruev. And now Byram, Gruev and Aronson eventually pop the ball back into Carl Darlow, who hoofs that one up to the halfway line. Metcher with excellent hold-up play. There's no real kind of clap or applause from the Leeds fans when Metcher did that, but that is exactly what we needed him to do against Arsenal, and it's why he should have started over Pirou against Arsenal. It wouldn't change the outcome of the game, but it would, for me, it would have been the right decision to make. Here's BL. Now Bornau. Bornau again. Now Byram. Cross to Yakabiyol on the halfway. Now into the feet of Jack Harrison out on the left. Harrison with a little chipped ball forward, trying to find the way into Longstaff there, but that bounces all the way through to the Wednesday goalkeeper Horvath. It's not even just about the experience, Chaz. It's literally about the type of player he is. And Joël Pirou cannot help the type of footballer he has become. And he can't suddenly change that on a weekly basis. Joël Pirou is very good in the build-up when you're in a possession dominant side, and so that worked really well for him in the Championship. It worked really well for him against Everton. We simply just needed somebody who was a bit more of a hold-up striker against Arsenal or against teams where we're not going to have much of the ball. And Metcher and DCL fit that bill more than Pirou does. So it's not even down to experience or skill. It's just down to player profile. And I think in certain games, he's going to have to dispense with kind of favourites and just play the player who fits the opposition most. Here is Pirou. His ball makes it all the way out to Noah Okafor. Okafor goes past his man there. A little bit fortunate, but still has the ball. Okafor with a curled cross in towards the back post, headed away, but only as far as Sam Byram. Byram with a few little step overs here. Ball into Aronson. Byram again. Now to Pirou, and then back again to Sebastian Bornau. Here's Okafor. Metcher. Good sliding challenge there, but picked up straight away by Gruev, and Leeds have the ball back. Harrison goes to try and put the ball into the box, and it's a Leeds United corner kick. Welcome, CB. CB saying hit the likes if you haven't already done it. I second this message. Also, if you find yourself new here and you want to become part of the Leeds Lately family, hit the sub button. It's somewhere, but it won't press at the moment for some reason. Anyway, Harrison's going to take this corner. Harrison with a corner into the box, headed away by Sheffield Wednesday. Aronson is going to be able to pick that one up over on the opposite side, though. Played back now to Longstaff. Welcome anybody who's joining us. Welcome, of course, to CB. Here's Okafor trying to make his way into the box. I think it was a foul. A yellow. No, we're still playing here. I thought it was a handball against him, but we're still playing. Here's Harrison with a cross into the box, headed away. Picked up by Okafor. Bornau into Sam Byram. Byram dispossessed there, and now Sheffield Wednesday try to come forward, but Sam Byram does well to win the ball back again. Aronson trying to go past someone, but it's going to go out for a Leeds throw-in. Byram takes it and knocks it back to Bornau. Oh, fair enough, CB. 90% possession so far for Leeds. I said this was like a training drill. Yakabio. Now Longstaff. Great ball by Harrison into Noah Okafor. Tries to play it across. Probably should have gone for Metcha in the middle, but went for Piru behind him. Wasn't a great pass by Okafor. It would have been a fantastic finish if anyone could have turned that in. What year is it, Tim? Must be... That game was out in like the 90s, wasn't it? Or early 2000s. $1997, yes, the year I was born. It was actually a couple of months before I was born that game came out. I was going to long ball forward there for Sheffield Wednesday. Is going to go out for a Leeds United throw-in. Here's Beale. Pass with Harrison in mind, and Harrison can charge forwards here. Here's Okafor. Okafor uses his pace there to go past the fullback. Really good. And now Metcha across the box. Aronson goes to shoot. Really good block there. Brave from the Sheffield Wednesday defender. And Piru with some fantastic feet, by the way. Just can't quite poke it back to Sam Byram. But now Byram gets the ball back out on the right-hand side. Here's Goldeneye. Here's Longstaff. Sorry, my mind went a bit blank then. Accrington 0, Doncaster 0, Barnsley 0, Rotherham 1, Birmingham 0, Port Vale 0, Burnley 1, Derby 0, Burton 0, Lincoln 0, Preston 1, Wrexham 1, Stoke 0, Bradford 1, Sunderland 0, Huddersfield 1, Wigan 0, Stockport 0. Southern section, Reading 1, AFC Wimbledon 1, Cambridge 2, Charlton 1, Wolves 1, West Ham 0, Bournemouth 0, Brentford 0, Bromley 0, Wickham 1, Byron with a cross across the box goes past everybody, Cardiff 1, Cheltenham 0, Millwall 0, Coventry 0, here's Harrison with another ball into the box, bobbling around, Metcha, goalkeeper saves it, Norwich 0, Southampton 0, and Swansea 1, Plymouth 0. Yeah, the ball was kind of bouncing around in the box there, and Metcha managed to kind of turn and swing a leg at it, but not enough purchase to take it past Horvath in the Wednesday goal. Yeah, first shot on target, 15 minutes in after having 90% possession, and that's a foul by Seb Bornau on the Wednesday forward there. It was Brown there, was climbed on a little bit by Bornau. And it's going to be a Sheffield Wednesday free kick. Free kick then, just inside the Leeds United half. Thornton to take it for Sheffield Wednesday. Chance for them to pump the ball into the box. Ball goes out to the left-hand side, headed towards goal. Carl Darlow can come and catch that one. Here's Harrison. Tries to charge forward, but Sheffield Wednesday are back already in their rigid defence. Here's Bornau. Byram. Bornau again. That's going to be I think that's been given as a Sheffield Wednesday throw-in, you know. Farker doesn't agree. We're only 17 minutes in, Goz. Doesn't necessarily always work like that. Gruev tries to flick that one on. Gruev wins a couple of headers there, but eventually Wednesday come away with the ball. Ball down the line here, and Bornau does well to clear that one into touch. To be fair, there's a remarkable amount of the time that the ball isn't even on the pitch. when you actually look at the kind of possession statistics. Horvath, the Wednesday goalkeeper, with the ball at his feet at the moment. He's going to send one long. Headed away by Bornau. Picked up by Lowe. Wednesday go backwards though. Long ball forward by McGee here. Gruev doing his best to stop that. I think the ball did go, yeah, the ball went out of play there for a throw-in before Gruev even had to make a tackle, so it's been pulled back for a Leeds throw-in. And here's Gruev with it now. The long ball forward here from Wednesday, headed away by Byram. Another ball forward here by Wednesday, but straight into touch. Excuse me. Here is Sam Byram. Jacobiel now. Jack Harrison. Apparently, saying bless you to someone when they sneeze comes from the Middle Ages, when people would have the plague, and if somebody sneezed, it was like oh God, you might have the plague, so bless you, just in case. Hope you're all right. Hope you haven't actually got it. Apparently that's where it came from. Good challenge there from Jacobiel, as Longstaff was a bit sloppy with his possession. Here's Noah Okafor. Jack Harrison with a little chipped ball towards Okafor, but headed away there. Loose ball from Wednesday though, and it's a offside decision as Harrison plays that one back into Okafor's feet too fast. I thought you were 21, Penny. Two wingers on the left and none on the right. Yeah, but I think Aronson's been playing quite well, to be fair. Yeah, true, CB. I have heard that as well. Horvath then to take this free kick. Sent long by the Wednesday goalkeeper. Jack Harrison able to pick that one up and then win himself a free kick as he was pulled down from behind there by Brown. Here's Gruev. Now Byram. Aronson. I think Byram's been good in this game, to be fair. Leeds 1-2. It's just that he's not good enough for the Premier League, so a game like this, he'll look fine. Here's Metcher. Metcher goes to shoot over the bar. Yeah, he just wanted to have a little, get his eye in there, Metcher, have a little crack on goal, but good run from him as well to find himself in that space. Probably should have gone for a pass to Okafor, but instead he's gone for the shot and it's over the bar there. You've got to think about it like this, Goz. Even against the worst teams in the division last season, we didn't just smash them all like 8-0, did we? Like, we still had to fight for the victories, and there isn't that much of a gap in a one-off game between a Championship side and a Premier League side, especially a newly promoted Premier League side. A lot of these players were Championship players last season, so I'm not expecting us to win 10-0. Like, it could just be by the odd goal. Personally, I would prefer to have Ramazani as a winger. But Jack Harrison's delivery is good. And Jack Harrison can also play as a left back. It's going to bounce all the way through for Bornau to play to Byram, who can play that one back to Carl Darlow. Few ex-Newcastle players in our side for this weekend's game. Of course, Sean Longstaff, but also Carl Darlow as well. Here's Jacobiel. Now Jack Harrison. I'd like to see Noah Okafor take a few more risks just in terms of trying to get past players. Like, I like Ramazani. I can understand why Harrison would be picked to be in the squad over him. Aronson tackled fairly in the box there. I can understand why Harrison will be picked over him, because Harrison is a more proven Premier League option than Ramazani. He's got a track record. His delivery and passing is actually really good. Yeah, Longstaff is. The lineup's there. There. Here's Biel. I think it was just a good tackle, to be fair, Andrew. Here's Bornau. Gruev now. Gruev plays that ball out to Jacobiel, just over on the left-hand side. Gets it back again in the centre circle. Now Sebastian Bornau plays that one all the way back to Carl Darlow, and then receives it again about halfway inside his own half. Back to Gruev, who's dropped between the two centre-backs who've kind of split a little bit wider now, and Gruev plays it to Jacobiel. Just coming over the halfway line, now the ball with Jack Harrison. Biel into Bornau. Bornau with a poor pass out to Byram, and that's going to be a throw into Sheffield Wednesday. Header by Byram, but that one's sent long. Jacobiel does well there to head it back to Carl Darlow. It was a little bit close with Lowe nearly getting to it, but now Leeds might be able to spring a bit of a break here. Here's Jack Harrison inside to Longstaff. Now they're too fast to get back. In fact, they never really got out to start with. Here's Harrison. Now Okafor out on the left wing. Okafor with a good ball into the box. Aronson saved by the goalkeeper. Didn't put enough power on the shot, Aronson, but a really, really good ball into the box there by Noah Okafor. Is Longstaff. Now Aronson. Byram. Best chance of the game so far, that one. Another long ball forward, but Horvath can catch that one. Expect we'll see a replay shortly. Yeah, so really, really good ball into the box. I think perhaps Aronson was slightly put off by the fact he thought Metcher would win the header, but it came over the top of Metcher, and Aronson wasn't able to put enough on it. Here's Byram. Piru. Now Bornau. Gruev. Able to play the ball into Harrison. Out wide now to Noah Okafor. He's got the full-back isolated here, and he goes past him into the box. Feels like he was potentially fouled there, but nothing given. I think it would have been soft. I don't think you're particularly going to get that in the Carabao Cup against the Championship side. Here's Harrison. Ball into the box. Over the top of everybody. And that's going to be a throw-in on the opposite wing. Let's see. Okafor goes past Sekera. He did swipe at him a little bit, Sekera, with a bit of a kick. I'd need to see it again to properly judge, but throw in then for McGee. Definitely a foul throw, but Piru picks it up anyway because it was a really poor return ball to him. Here's Aronson. Aronson still going here. Aronson with a little chipped ball in towards the back post. Goes over everybody, but Okafor can pick it up and knock it back to Jack Harrison. Harrison with a chance to put the ball back in the box. I don't got a lot of height on that. That was terrible. What an awful cross from Harrison. Jack Harrison can deliver a really good ball, but sometimes, like, I don't even know how he gets that much height on it when he's trying to whip it into the box. It's really poor. Stack is on the bench, yeah. I can read out the bench again for those of you who weren't here at the start. Perry, Bogle, Goodmanson, Rodon, Stack, James, Nonto, Harry Gray, and Calvert-Lewin. So, yeah, free kick here to Sheffield Wednesday, just inside the Leeds half. Another long ball forward. Headed towards goal from the edge of the box. Darlow just catches that one easily. Here's Yaka. Biol plays that one out to Harrison now. When games like this are a little bit slow because the opposition aren't really going to move from having, well, essentially 5-3-2 in their defensive phase. So, yes, I realised I said 4-4-2 earlier. I meant 5-3-2 is what they're going when they don't have the ball. So it's going to be very hard to even make enough movement to get in behind them. I think it's more going to be a case of playing forward and finding space when you're already on the edge of the box. I don't mind a shot from distance, though. That's what can unlock a game like this. Ooh, Okafor tried a long switch there, but it was cut out. But eventually, the quality just is lacking from Sheffield Wednesday, and the ball forward is cut out there by Bornau. Eventually, it ends up with Longstaff now. Here's Metcher. Pops that one out to Sebastian Bornau, and now Sam Byram. Good ball down the line here for Lucas Metcher. Metcher with a good little turn there. Uses his strength so well there, Metcher, and eventually draws a foul. This is what I'm talking about with the hold-up play. Like, it wasn't the most fantastic touch from him when he was trying to control it, but he's strong enough to get his body in the way to the point where you're not getting past him unless you foul him. Aronson seems to be the one that's going to take this free kick. Hand up in the air. His right hand up in the air, and he's going. So whether the wiggle means something or he's just feeling a bit of a wiggle today. Aronson, terrible delivery, hits the first man. Well, the first man after the wall, to give him his credit. Okafor's just lost the ball, and now Wednesday tries to charge forward. Good sliding challenge from Bornau, and it's a bit of a counter-attack here from Sheffield Wednesday out on the right-hand side. He goes to shoot, and Jacobiol gets a foot in, and it's going to be a throw-in to Sheffield Wednesday. Yeah, Longstaff tried to make a foul there, which he would have got a yellow card for, and he still might. But, yeah, shot from distance was poor. Long throw in. Headed up, directly up in the air, eventually cleared by Longstaff. Ball with Johnson now. Just going to go all the way back to Horvath, actually, and he sends one long, which bounces all the way through to Jack Harrison. Who's just... Well, I thought he was going to give it to Darlow, but he doesn't. I don't think it is Goz. I think you're expecting us to be like 3-0 up. Like, it's not... It's never that easy, especially when a side sits in. You've seen that, like, non-league sides, like when Marine... Was it Marine that beat Spurs, or got to the point where they could play Spurs and stuff? Or, like, these teams always seem to do all right because they sit in so tightly and defensively, and then they try to go forward. Great ball from Byram into the box. Metcher goes for the shot. Good block again, and it bounces up into the hands of Horvath, who could just catch that one. Just try and be positive, Leeds 1-2. Just try and be a bit more positive. Here's Metcher. Metcher fouled again there as he turns with a good bit of hold-up play, and it's going to be a free kick to Leeds. Gruev with the free kick then, taken quickly. Now Longstaff out wide again to Byram. And then back all the way to Sebastian Bornau. Here's Harrison. If you haven't already, make sure you like the stream and join the channel as a subscriber. Good challenge there from the Sheffield Wednesday full-back, and it's going to be a Leeds United corner kick there. Yeah, Harrison seemed to come off better than the Sheffield Wednesday player there. Yeah, good ball down the line from Okafor. He was about to cross it in. Harrison, when the challenge came in. I'm not sure what... There's DCL getting warmed up. I'm just not sure what... how he could have possibly injured his face. He kind of instantly held like a specific part of his face. It wasn't like he was like covering his face because he was in pain completely. He like held his cheek like this. So unless like Harrison swung a finger back by accident and hurt him or something, I don't know. Horvath, I don't think he is. He hasn't had to do anything. Burnley 1-1 against Derby now. Preston 2-1 up against Wrexham. Bradford 2-0 up against Stoke. Sunderland still 1-0 down against Huddersfield. I think he's warming up maybe to come on at half-time or something, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Like, he'll want whoever's going to play against Newcastle to probably only play 40. is going to go up front in that game. Yeah, but they've not. Up into the air and he just catches them. Or they're just really tame shots and he literally has just been able to pick them up as they fucking p-roll to him. Oops, I didn't mean to swear there. Here is the ball all the way back with the Sheffield Wednesday goalkeeper, who clears that one up to the halfway line. Jakub wins the second and third ball, and then Bijol eventually manages to play that back to the goalkeeper there. Carl Darlow. Here's Longstaff. Audio cutting out sometimes. I think it might be I think it just might be YouTube. It might just be YouTube. See what it's like when I try and listen to myself back. Here's a full sentence for me to listen back to. And if I keep talking, we'll check whether the audio has any issues. Doesn't seem to in the bit that I've just listened to, so the Sheffield Wednesday defender that got injured slide tackling Jack Harrison is back down on the deck now, and it looks like Sheffield Wednesday are going to make a substitute 18-year-old to come on. Let's have a little look here again. Yeah, it's hard to tell, really, to be honest. Yeah, at least this guy's old enough to drink. Bloody Arsenal bringing on a 15-year-old was taking the piss, wasn't it? It's actually bad sportsmanship. Throw in then to Sheffield Wednesday. McGee down the line. Here's Aronson. Terrible pass from Aronson, and Bornau could just keep it in and play it back to Darlow. Here, Wednesday playing a ball over the top here. Jakub does well to recover that and give it to Darlow. That's going to be a Leeds throw-in. Here's Gruev. Now Sam Byram. I think you should have to be at least 16 to play in the Premier League or in the Championship or anything, because in amateur football you can't play for open age until you're 16. Like, as a 15-year-old, you have to play in under 16s, and until you're 16 you cannot play open age adult football. So why is it any different? He's literally a child and he's not even done his GCSEs yet. One ball forward there, and it goes all the way through to Carl Darlow there, who collects that easily. Here's Gruev. Ball now. Here is Byram. Ball now across to Jacobillo. Here is Peru. Misplaced pass, but wins it back and then gives it back to Biel. Now Longstaff. Harrison. Biel. Biel dawdles on the ball a little bit there, but eventually gives it back to Bornau. Now Aronson. That's it. Play into Gruev. Now Gruev into Peru. Peru didn't check his shoulder there and loses the ball. Here's Brown trying to come forward out on the left-hand side. He just takes a heavy touch and puts it out of play. That's the kind of quality difference, even between a top and a bottom level championship side, is that sometimes they'll just do things that are really poor, just like literally run the ball out of play. Terrible touch. Here's Gruev. Good take on there by Harrison. And now Okafor into the box. Good challenge again, though, by Sheffield Wednesday. And it's going to be a Leeds corner kick. Jack Harrison then is going to take this. Three minutes added on to this first half, by the way. Corner kick into the box. Here it is on the edge of the box with Okafor, who shoots. Easy save, though, for Horvath as he just kind of pats it down and picks it up. Ball all the way back to the goalkeeper again. Aronson just trying to put a bit of pressure on here as they try to play out the back Wednesday. Bornau wins that header. And then a long ball forward is going to go out of touch again for Wednesday, and it's going to be a Leeds United throw-in. Here's Carl Darlow. Harrison back into Longstaff. Biel. Poor touch there by Byron, but Biel didn't really help him out with the pass to start with. Johnson tries to play a ball forward. It goes to Lowe here. Great challenge by Biel, but apparently according to the referee it was a foul. It's going to be a free kick here to Sheffield Wednesday, quite a distance out. Darlow sets up his wall in anticipation of this free kick. Jamal Lowe then, for this free kick. There'll be in the top corner, just past the post. Didn't look like it was that far away. No, it's just past the post. Decent strike though, but it's just past the post. No, Okafor's just gone down clutching his ankle. Cross into the box is gathered there by Darlow. That's the half-time whistle. They've done well, the Sheffield Wednesday players, to defend like that, considering especially how young their back line is as well. 0-0 at half time. So we shall go into the second half a little bit optimistic that we can perhaps go and get a winner. So I will be back in just a second, and we can discuss what happened in that first half. Hello. Welcome back, old chaps. I think there's a real overreaction from the general fan base about what happened at Arsenal, and I think that it's spilling into this game. How often has it been that Leeds have ever gone into a cup game and absolutely smashed a lower league opponent? Not very often, other than maybe Peterborough, when Bamford scored that worldie. Leeds haven't really ever battered somebody away in the cup like this. So that's one thing. Second thing is, if we played Arsenal first, there would have been a massive, massive crisis, of course. But then if we'd have played Everton second rather than first, and we'd have been on into this game on the back of a win against Everton, everyone are going, yeah, they're the teams that we need to be beating anyway. But I think just because it happened the other way around, people are kind of losing their heads about it. So just try to stay positive and take a step back and look at the context that it's not very often. It's not very often at all that Leeds United are going to batter someone of lower league opposition. So yeah, I just think, like, don't panic yet. As John B says, don't panic. We have time. We're at 12th in the Premier League at the moment. 2 games played, 12th, better off than scum. Like, all is not lost whilst we still have faith. We're 12th. We're above Fulham, Palace, Newcastle, Scum, Aston Villa, Brighton, Wolves, and West Ham. Above a lot of the teams that we need to be above at the end of the season. So look, I know it's only 2. Well, in fact, that's the whole point, that it's only been 2 games. Why is that, Max, that we don't beat lower league opposition so well, do you think? I don't think anybody, apart from Man City, just goes through opposition like that. Look at Burnley doing the same thing. They're up against Derby, and I'm pretty sure they're drawing 1-1 at half time. So, look, it's not... It was never going to be a beautiful game of football, was it? Against Sheffield Wednesday, who were obviously going to try to sit back and defend. It's going to be very difficult to find ourselves in space in behind. Hey, thank you so much, Mr. P. Let's just like that super chat on there. Thank you so much, Mr. P, for the £2 super chat for a Leeds goal or 3. Yeah, fingers crossed. I hope Leeds go and just... If we score 1 goal, it should open itself up a little bit more, I think. But yeah. Look, I mean, stuff like this, it's so reactionary, it's embarrassing. Just chill out. It must be stressful being that angry all the time. We're just watching a game of football in the Carabao Cup that doesn't matter if we win or lose. And we're watching some of our new signings. Hasn't been the most beautiful game of football, but it's always a struggle to break down a low block, no matter who the opposition are. It could be non-league opposition, and you've seen that teams like Bromley and Marine and teams like that have gone far in these competitions by playing a really low block and getting past some teams that definitely should have beaten them. So it's not how it works that you just go, like, you guys must have been, whoever's kind of saying that we should be battering them, you must have watched the cups before. This is what always happens. Like, you kind of have to, sometimes you kind of have to address the negativity, because then you're not addressing the whole audience. But, like, really, come on. If we have a look around the grounds, Carabao Cup, there we go. Let's look at teams that should be winning here. We need to find some Premier League teams that are playing against lower league opposition. Burnley against Derby County, 1-1. Sunderland. So, yeah, look, our promotion... Oh, God, this advert's annoying. I don't want it to play the bloody nuclear... what do you call it? A Geiger counter. It's just in my ear on that advert. How annoying. Burnley are 1-1 against Derby, and Sunderland are losing 1-0 against Huddersfield. So this just happens. That's what the cups are. He's made 9 changes, Nick. 9 changes from the team that started against Arsenal. I do think that one thing I will say from that first half, just as a little bit of a kind of judgment of this, and of course it's on 45 minutes. It's on 45 minutes worth of play here. But what I will say is that Sebastian Bornau looks like the £15 million centre-back, and Jacobillo looks like the £5 million centre-back in this game so far. Like, in a game like this, surely Jacobillo should be looking really calm and assured. Like, Wednesday should be making Jacobillo look like Van Dijk in this game, given the kind of quality that he's supposed to have as a centre-back and how strong he is. Jacobillo should be looking really, really good. He hasn't been bad, but, like, you know, when you look at it and you think, oh, God, he shouldn't have lost the ball there, or that was a bad pass, or, like, he's just, like, run straight into an opposition player, or he's made a few, like, fouls that he should have timed better and stuff. It's a little bit like, well, I think you should look a bit better than that in this game where you're barely having to deal with anything. But Sebastian Bornau looks really good and composed and calm. 45 minutes of football, not enough to make a full prolonged judgment, but the point still stands at the moment. Looks like Jacobillo is the £5 million player, and it's the £15 million player in Seb Bornau. We're just about to get underway again. Underway again here in the second half. Here's Jack Harrison. No changes to either side. Are you not a Leeds fan, Ryan? Because you said, I hope you win, and then I'm sure you said something on a post or on a either on a post or a YouTube video the other day that suggested to me that you kind of said you as referring to Leeds rather than we. No, it's Tom that's a Swansea fan. Here's Horvath. Ball through there to Metcher. it went all the way through to the goalkeeper. He's borne out with a header away. Now Gruev back to Byram. No, it's the lad called Tom L. That's a Swansea fan. Here's Jakabiyol. Now Gruev. Jakabiyol. Ball now again. Back to Gruev. It's a lot of kind of playing. Hello, hello, hello. It should be back. Nah, it's back now, I think. Somebody let me know if it's back. Jack Harrison with the corner into the box. Header there. Off the line. Goalkeeper punches away to the edge. Poor clearance. Aronson tries to get on the end of it. Flicked back into the box. Headed away again. And now they charge forward here with Brown. Leeds have got Longstaff, Gruev and Byron back. Jakabiyol is now back on the cover as well. Here's Brown, who goes for a shot. Darlow can save that one. Here's Longstaff. Now Metcher with a good turn. Just loses the ball though. Good tackle there by Noah Okafor, and now Leeds have the ball back again. Here's Gruev. Piru, nearly finds a way forward for Metcher there, and then a foul by Longstaff. And then it's a Sheffield Wednesday free kick. Headed away there by Harrison. Now Longstaff chests it across to Gruev, who can poke one over to Byram over on the right hand side. Here's Gruev. Gruev into Longstaff, who I think he had his toes stepped on there. Didn't dive though, like that little shit for Arsenal. Now Okafor, still going Okafor, went past a couple of players there and then eventually draws a free kick. Really good from him. I can see that my mic is working though on the little thing down here, so it might be on your end, Sajel. It's not my microphone or anything like that. I think it's the software. I think it's StreamYard potentially. Let's just keep an eye on it. It's hard to tell, so I don't know why it's doing it. Well, Gruev, Aronson and Harrison are over this free kick. It seems to me like it's probably going to be a cross. Leeds have got a number of tall players in there. Bornau, Metcher, Okafor, Gruev. Poor, really poor. He went for a low strike to try and catch the keeper out and go in the bottom corner, but it just completely missed by about 3 yards, 4 yards. I'd like to see DCL in answer to your question, Mr. P. I won't do a poll, but long ball forward there from Horvath, headed away by Jacobillo. Here's Low coming down the right-hand side now. Good tackle by Biol there. DLC. Downloadable content, agreed. Sikera then with the throw-in. Longstaff trying to chase them down, force them back to the halfway line. I don't mind Harrison at left back. I think that's why Farke would have him over Ramazani. I'm not sure why Farke doesn't like Ramazani. It'd be nice to know, because then at least we could understand his reasoning. Well, in terms of the midfield, obviously Stack would come in, but we don't really, like, because now Tanaka and Ampadu are injured, we don't have much else as an option there. I like what Bornau's done, but I don't think he'll come in over Rodon. I think Okafor... I don't think Okafor will start, considering he's playing so much of this game. Another free kick to Leeds. I think it's probably going to be Nonto that starts on the left, James on the right. Yeah, Byram just tried to play the ball back to Peru, and it's free kick to Leeds as he was fouled. What I want to ask somebody like you, Robin Hood, cute cat by the way, would you be happy if we only ended up on 3 points? Like, why so negative? We're going to get more than 3 points. The record low is 12 points. Peru then with the free kick. Peru! Just past the post. Thought it was going in the top corner then for a second. To be fair, the only reason I gave him airtime is because he had a cat in his profile picture. Yeah, Peru just tries to bend that. It's not a bad strike, you know, from Joel Peru. Not a bad strike. Longstaff, good bit of battle in there, and a good poked ball forward for Metcher to try and chase down. Ooh, a bit of a loose ball there, and it's eventually cleared. Here's Joel Peru. Now Aronson on the edge. Aronson shoots, and it's deflected over the bar. It's going to be a Leeds United corner kick. It's a bubble, Robbing. It's a bubble, and everybody thinks that they're going to do really badly and not stay up as a promoted side, really. But it can't be everybody that goes down. Here's Aronson. Did really well, Aronson, then, to come inside from the corner and then shoot at the near post, and the goalkeeper saves it. Yeah, Aronson. Surely to God that's a Leeds United corner then. Aronson comes in the box, shoots. I thought the goalkeeper got a touch on it. Maybe not. Just wanted to make your cat big again so I could see Jet. What am I saying? He's having a very average performance. Like, he hasn't really had to deal with any kind of decent strike yet. Anything that was on target. Here's Bornau. Gruev. Biol with a long ball forward towards Aronson. Piru went for the second, but Longstaff wins the third. Oh, that pass from Piru was the right idea, the wrong execution. And there's a Leeds corner kick there. Well done by Mecha. Good bit of forward play there. Short corner here from Leeds. Okafor. Aronson. Back to Harrison. Bit of chance for him to cross here. Harrison with a good ball in. Headed away. Doing really well there, Harrison, to hold on to the ball whilst being pulled all over the shop. Here's Aronson. There wasn't really any advantage from that ref. I'd rather have a free kick and put the ball in the box. Here's Harrison. Tries to open up some space for himself, but Longstaff goes out to Piru. Piru seemed like he might have been offside there. It is going to be a goal kick, though. Substitutions, I think, for Leeds. Brendan Aronson and Lucas Mecha for Wilfred Gnonto. Calvert-Lewin makes his debut for Leeds United. There we go. Calvert-Lewin on. Well, we need to give Calvert-Lewin a chance to start. Goal kick then. Jacobiel with a winner. And that's going to be a Leeds United throw in just in front of the technical areas there. Harrison throws that one back to Biel. Now. Good ball from Byram down the line to Gnonto. Gnonto then cuts back. Pokes that one back to Gruev. Ah, Gruev going back to the defence again. Biel into Harrison. Here's Harrison again. Down the line now to Okafor. Okafor, good feet there. Trying to open up a chance to cross it in. Longstaff back to Harrison. A bit of space for him maybe to cross. Good ball into the box. Comes out to the back for Gnonto. If he's a bit taller, he might have been able to chest that down a bit better, but still going Gnonto here and plays the ball back to Biel. Now Longstaff. Harrison. Now Gnonto. Joel Piru. Into Byram on the edge. Good feet there from Byram, but then eventually he manages to get the ball to Joel Piru. Now Longstaff, ball back out to Byram, perhaps a little bit fortunately for Leeds. Good cross into the box, headed away though by Ernie Weaver, who definitely sounds like he played football in the 1950s. And I think he's in his early 20s. Now Gnonto. Back into Byram. Good feet there. Little cross into the box. It goes over everybody. And now Harrison at the back post. That was a decent strike there, but it is blocked away. Here's Bornau. Good ball from Byram. Gnonto tries to play that across the box. It's going to be a Leeds United corner as McGee puts that wide. I'll pretend I know what that means, Robert Wetzel. Something to do with baseball. Header into the box. As judged to have been a foul by Bornau there as he went for that header. I don't see it. He's just challenging for it. Long ball forward there from the Wednesday goalkeeper. No, Harrison's been good. I think he's been one of the better performers tonight, to be honest. A couple of subs for Wednesday incoming. Another bloody 16-year-old coming on for them. I'm not doing the corner count anymore, Sajal. It got too much. I'm having positive hope that we'll actually score corners this season. Good ball into the box there from Jamal Lowe. Shot. Good save by Darlow. Another ball across the box, and Darlow's made an absolute howler. Darlow has made an absolute howler. It's almost like it happens to all goalkeepers. The first strike was a good strike, good save by Darlow. Palms it out into the right area, and then that's really poor. Byram tries to save him and get it off the line. How can anyone blame Farker for Darlow's error? Yeah, that's absolutely shocking from Darlow. Couple of subs then for Sheffield Wednesday. So Brown is coming off. 19-year-old off, 16-year-old on, according to Sky Sports. Granger is coming on. Yeah, Sunderland losing to a League One side, that is true. It's a bit hot in here, so I have to get my other Leeds fan involved. Ike Ugbo comes on as well. Harrison then with the corner for Leeds United. Nonto, poor strike. How can... Come on, like, this is why some of the fan base... Christensen Mark II. Christensen's a right back. Christensen's a right back. Completely different position, and you've seen 65 minutes of Jacobiel. Here's Harrison. Well done by Okafor. Sorry, just replying to my brother who's been just as negative as the rest of some people in the fan base. Nonto! Good save by Horvath. Oh, just a really good double save. Okafor had a shot saved, and then the second one from Nonto. Really good double save from him. Now you can say, Pierre, that he's having a good game, Horvath. Nonto gets the ball into the box. Not very convincingly cleared. Here's Harrison. Okafor tries to get it back to him, but blocked away. I don't think we haven't played very... We've dominated the ball, but we haven't done much with it. I don't think we've been playing particularly well at all, but, like... It's the Carabao Cup. And what's the point of being negative? Jack Harrison, the little clipped ball into the back post, but Nonto can go and pick that up again. Nonto to Byram. Bornau. Byram did really poorly there, but recovered it well. Yeah, it was from an angle there from Nonto. Difficult to squeeze in. I actually forgot that Calvert-Lewin was on the pitch, you know. He's not done anything. But he hasn't been on for that long. Nonto run well into the box there, but again, some good defending by them. Yeah, I genuinely don't think DCL has touched the ball. Here's Okafor. Another good sliding tackle there by Sekera, and it's going to be a Leeds United throw-in. Jaden Bogle and Anton Stack are coming on. Bogle on and Stack on as well. This is why we need to sign some more players as well, though, Mark. I imagine that might be... I imagine that might be the thinking, and Metcher starts against Newcastle. Here's Bogle. Poked into Piru eventually. Piru. Good feet there, and then fouled. Free kick to Leeds. Do I rate Gruev? I do. I do rate Gruev. I think he needs a bit of time to settle into the pace of the league, because at the moment he seems to... In this game he's been fine, but he just seems to struggle a little bit. But I'm fine with him as a backup to Ampadu, but obviously Ampadu being injured, it doesn't help. Harrison, Stack and Piru have stood over this free kick. Oh, hello, cat. Come here. Let's hope this free kick goes in, and we can celebrate. We can celebrate with Luna. What are you thinking? This is going to go in. Harrison goes to shoot straight into the wall. Probably could have told you that if Harrison was going to take it. Harrison, right in the nuts of the Sheffield Wednesday player as he goes to cross it in again. But now he gives the ball to Nonto. Nonto crosses the... That's woeful from Nonto, but Okafor is going to be able to pick it up on the other side. Luna says hi, Jet, with her one little foot up in the air. Here's Stack. Oh, you want to go down? Go on then. There you go. Here's Nonto. Problem is the being able to create and score goals. Defensively, obviously we conceded 5 against Arsenal, but like defensively in terms of personnel, we've got enough. Caught by Horvath in the end. Sound's gone. You should be able to hear me. I can see the thing moving. It's a long ball forward. Longstaff has to chase that one down. Does really well there, Longstaff, and puts it out for a Sheffield Wednesday throw-in. Yeah, the hissing will just be the fan, but it's either that or I expire. "16-year-old Granger just absolutely bodied Sean Longstaff." But to be fair, when you're going that fast, a little tiny push will knock you off balance. Thrown into the box, headed away by Biol. Harrison gets there ahead of Sekera and then kicks it straight into touch. Burnley 1-1 against Derby. Ball into the box there, cleared away by Okafor. Sunderland 1-1 against Huddersfield. Good tackle there by Biol, but now Biol's gone down injured, or at least holding his leg. I think it must be just a bit of an impact knock. Wolves 3-2 against West Ham finished. Bournemouth 2-0 down against Brentford. Here's Harrison. Yeah, West Ham lost. No, we've created more in this second half since Nonto joined the fray. Ball across, it's gone over the head of Calvert-Lewin, and it's going to be a throw in here for Okafor. Gives it back to Harrison. Sikera's got cramp here. Byram's not on the pitch anymore, to be fair, Clive, so that should help. Anton Stack with a short corner. Here's Jack Harrison. Cross into the box. Headed just wide by Calvert-Lewin, I think it was. Yeah, he gets on it, Calvert-Lewin, but it's really difficult to direct it backwards there. Leeds lose out there and they try to play forward, but Bogle now gets the ball back. Harrison. Farker's not on the screen at the moment, so I can't see what he's doing. Here's Biel. Now Bornau. Stack. Longstaff. Longstaff was fouled onto the ball, or at least fell onto the ball and handballed it, and it's going to be a free kick to Sheffield Wednesday. I hope it's a lot. If we get a similar performance against Newcastle to the one that we got against Everton, in terms of like how well we played in that game, I'd be very happy with that. 49-year-old Barry Bannon about to come on. Here's Bogle. Still going Bogle here. Oh, tries to poke it through. Calvert-Lewin into Piru. Piru on the edge of the box. Now into Jack Harrison, who's going to shoot from distance. I don't know if that took a deflection. If it didn't, it was awful. And that's going to be a free kick against Ugbo for the handball there. Bogle. Now Nonto. There's not enough movement. Stack made a good run there, but Nonto's pass didn't find him, and now Wednesday tried to come forward, but he's given it away there to Bornau. But Bornau, luckily, his pass that went straight back to a Wednesday player bounced back. A lot of people said to me when I was a bit negative about the Longstaff signing, I can't possibly see that he would be a bench player. I haven't seen much from Longstaff that tells me that he's worthy of a start. I mean, he might have to at the moment. Fantastic feet there from Bogle. Into Nonto's feet. Back to Bogle again. Nonto gets the ball back here. Into Bogle. 1-1. There you go. 1-1. Bit of Bogle, bit of first teamer. Yeah, he's class. Bogle is class. And that's what we needed for the breakthrough. His feet were so good there. Nonto did really well to get the ball back to him, to be fair. Good movement by him as well, and then just slides it under the goalkeeper. Really well. We definitely need more players. We need another striker. If we could get Demirovic, that would be unreal. And a winger. We definitely need that. We need those more players. Potentially now another central midfielder if it's looking like we are going to struggle in that department. When you think about it, you need 2 players in every position. Do we have 2 players in every position for midfield? Because I don't think we quite do. I think we've got Ampadu, Tanaka, Stack, Longstaff, Gruev. We'd need one more in midfield. So another another central midfielder signing. I'd take that all day long. Thanks, Mr. P, for the super chat. It worked last time. For some reason, it's not loading, but I like your super chat whenever it comes through. Harrison, good ball forward to DCL. Calvert-Lewin across the box. Arriving at the back post is Bogle, who sends it into Rosed. I'm still not seeing your super chat, Mr. P. It'll come through in a second, I think. Okafor has come off, by the way, for DJ. Wasn't too impressed with Okafor. I don't think he's massively been good in this game. Here's Nonto. Stack. Longstaff. Into Piru. I don't think we get Mitrovic. Here's Dan James cutting inside. Good ball into the box. Cleared away though. Five minutes left with whatever gets added on as well. Yeah, no, I don't think Piru's been that bad, you know. I think he's been involved in some of the attacking play. Honestly, I wouldn't be that bothered if we lost on penalties. Like, do we want more chances for players to get injured? Here's Harrison. Now Longstaff. Now Jacobillo. Dan James cutting inside from the right. Does well there. Dan James wins, leads a free kick. I do think it's positive, and there are encouraging signs that as soon as we've seen Bogle, Nonto, Dan James come on, we've seen a big improvement in our attacking output. It's against a bottom of the barrel championship side, but there are encouraging signs that when you bring on your first teamers, there's a big difference. Stack them with a free kick. He's definitely got an idea of what he wants them to do, and it'll be stuff they want to practice for the other games. Ball across the box, headed away though by Wednesday. Yeah, like Bogle, Nonto, James, and well, that's it really. Bogle, Nonto, and James are the ones who've been real difference makers when they've come on in this game. Stack's come on as well, but from the central midfield, there's not a massive amount he can do in terms of an impact on the game yet. Here's Bornau. I think Bornau's been good, which has been a positive as well. We're just trying to pick positives from this game. Here's DJ. Inside to Bogle. Bogle. Into Stack. Now Bornau. Bogle. Good ball back to Dan James. Dan James to cross it across the box. Lands on the roof of the net there. It's going to be a goal kick to Sheffield Wednesday. Don't know what the fans were wooing out then. We'll have to see. We have Penny. We won the championship last year. Got the old First Division trophy. Yeah, second half, Biol's not really had to do much. Just really poor goal to concede the one we did concede. Good foot by Longstaff there. 5 minutes of added time, by the way. Five minuto. Here's Harrison. Tackle there by Palmer. And it's going to be a Leeds United throw in. Here's Stack. To Dan James. Here's Dan James being pulled back there. Yeah, Dan James cuts inside, just gets his shirt pulled, and it's going to be a Leeds free kick just on the corner of the box. Yeah, for such a young, kind of inexperienced backline, like, we should be causing them more problems at set pieces. Cross into the box from Stack! Dominic Calvert-Lewin, what are you, Calvert, doing? He has missed from right in front of the goal there. Oh, that's shocking. That is shocking. Really, really good delivery by Anton Stack. And Dominic Calvert-Lewin is 5 yards out. And it's just him and the goalkeeper, and he's put it wide. It's come off his calf, I think. Daniel Farker putting his head in his hands going, oh, God, why did I sign Dominic Calvert-Lewin instead of buying a striker? It's going to be a Leeds throw in there. That was harder to miss. Here's Jacobillo. Ball forward here to Dan James. Now Harrison. Nonto. He's dispossessed there, Nonto, and they're going to try and come forward. Good tackle, though, by Longstaff. Jacoby Yol can pick that one up. Just 1 second. Just need to take my headphones off. We're into 3 minutes left now of this game. It's penalties, by the way, straight away. There's no extra time. It goes straight to penalties. Horvath then with the goal kick. Jacoby Yol plays that one forward. I think it was a high foot from Nonto there. Long ball forward, chested down there by Jacoby Yol. And now Harrison doesn't want to go back to Darlow there. Here's Harrison. Harrison carrying the ball forward. Ball over the top there towards Wilfred Nonto. Great ball from Harrison. Nonto across the box. Calvert-Lewin saved by the goalkeeper. Good save by the goalkeeper. Now you can say, Pierre, that Horvath has had a really good game. Here's Longstaff. Now Jack Harrison. Longstaff again. Stack. Piru. Poor from Piru. Loses the ball there and they've hoofed it up the pitch. It's going to bounce all the way through to Cal Darlow. Now Jacoby Yol. Bogle with a great ball into Dan James across the box. It's bouncing through. Calvert-Lewin can't finish it and it's cleared there by Wednesday off the line. Oh my God. How have they kept that out? How have they kept us out in general in these latter stages? Bogle with a great ball into the box. Dan James lets it run and then, oh my God, it's Calvert-Lewin again. Stinker. Absolute stinker. We've signed Patrick Bamford 2.0. Wow. Yeah, they are getting chances. Ball down the line here. Biol's going to have to make that run and play the ball back across to Carl Darlow. One last chance for him to maybe hoof the ball long here before the final whistle goes. As he does, he plays it up towards Nonto. That's probably going to be shielded out there for a Sheffield Wednesday throw-in. Throw-in, yeah, to Sheffield Wednesday. Yeah, we should have been well ahead now. That's the final whistle. Forgive me. Well, I just need to... well, don't say it. Let's stop that. I need to quickly run down the stairs and sort something out. So I'll be back very, very soon. Don't go anywhere. We'll go into the penalties next. I am back. I just need to get the back soon thing off the screen. Whew, there we go. Well, penalties are about to start. That was a good timing. I'll set it up like this, and then I will add the penalties as they go in, if any go in. So, well, if he's finishing in the game's anything to go by, Calvert-Lewin will sky this. Or actually, no, he'll hit it with his shin and put it wide. Yeah, look, that was poor from Darlow. It really was poor. I don't think we should really count as Premier League opponents. Barry Bannon up first. Sheffield Wednesday up first to take a penalty. Barry Bannon steps up. Barry Bannon's penalty goes into the back of the net. Darlow goes the wrong way, and he puts it in the opposite corner. Good penalty there from Bannon. The world's oldest footballer. Joël Pirou next. Here's Joël Pirou. Saved it. Mad. We should have put the game to bed way before this. EK Ugbo then to take the next penalty for Sheffield Wednesday. Up against the Wales number 1, Carl Darlow. He bags it, top corner. Very good penalty by Ugbo. Yeah, really good penalty. Top right corner. Darlow went bottom left. It's as far away as it could be from the keeper. Dominic Calvert-Lewin next. Calvert-Lewin then puts the ball on the spot and lines up his shot. I literally called that he would sky it. That's absolutely embarrassing. That is so embarrassing. How is it possible to sky a penalty like that? Makes you wonder, doesn't it? Palmer makes it 3-0 on penalties. So that's good. Absolutely shocking penalties. Leeds have to score all 3, and Sheffield Wednesday cannot score a single one. Longstaff next. I reckon he just misses it and it's 3 out of 3. Just Leeds fans are already leaving. I told you. He saved all 3 of them. Oh, he saved 2 of them and one's over the bar. Jesus Christ. Oh well. That's the Carabao Cup run over. Not like we've ever had one ever since the 60s. Three 0 on penalties. That is shocking. Shocking. How is it possible to miss all 3 penalties? Well, that was shite. Really much to say about that, is there? Not really much to say about that. What day is it tomorrow? It's Wednesday tomorrow. Yeah, there'll be a video on Thursday, tactical preview on Thursday for the game against Newcastle at the weekend, and then Newcastle at the weekend will have some live watch along and match reaction and all that sort of good stuff. Wow. Thanks, Robert. Really appreciate that, Robert, with the $5 super chat. Here's to an equally shocking win over Newcastle. I sure hope so. We need to turn it around, don't we? Positives, though, is that later on in the game, we came back into it, didn't we? Well, we came back into it. We dominated the whole thing, but with Jayden Bogle, Dan James, and who's that other fella? Jayden Bogle, Dan James, and Willie Nonto. It looked a lot better. Having said that, we still just didn't really create anything. The main positive I'll say this, the main positive I'll take is that Leeds United look crap. Therefore, the board might put their hand in their pocket and say, do you know what, let's just pay for Demirovic. So, because, I mean, look at Dominic Calvert-Lewin's finishing. Just look at it. Anyway, thanks for watching Leeds lately. I'll see you on Thursday for a tactical preview of the Newcastle game. But what we've just seen, woeful. Those penalties, really crap. I'm not asked about the Carabao Cup, but it's the manner in which you go out, isn't it? Those penalties were embarrassing. To not 3 out of 3. I called him as well. I said Dominic Calvert-Lewin is going to sky his, and I said that Longstaff will miss or have his saved. We need to we need to sign a striker still, and another winger, and now potentially another central midfielder as well. But anyway, don't think about Leeds United until Thursday when you watch my tactical preview at 12 o'clock. Other than that, forget about Leeds. Enjoy the rest of your night and your day tomorrow. We'll get back to it on Thursday. Thanks for watching Leeds lately. Thanks for watching whatever the hell that was with me. And yeah, I shall see you. I should see you in the next one.